he's like, he hasn't, even the show that is out right now on, what's it called?
Right. He has something.
Freebie, maybe.
Freebie, yeah.
Yeah, both Joey Diaz and I were.
Yeah.
Did a part in that.
Yeah.
By the way.
Freebie?
Joe Diaz came and did a guest set for me in
Sprung.
Jersey.
That's right.
In Jersey. He's like, first of all, he gets standing ovations when he walks onto the stage.
On stage, yeah.
Oh, when he walks onto the stage.
Yeah.
But I started with him, right?
Yeah.
With him and Brody.
Seattle?
It was in Seattle. And I would tell you, like, I remember watching those guys. Okay, when they first started, both of them had this in common. When they told jokes, they bombed. When they went off script, they murdered.
How interesting.
Yeah. Brody, the first time we ever saw Brody snap,
watching him snap
was the absolute best. So he was telling jokes and they were bombing in a way that only he could bomb. Nobody has ever in the history of comedy bombed like Brody.
Yeah.
But he goes, guys, I don't think you understand. I've had a rough night. And he goes, do you have any idea how hard it is for a single guy who lives by himself to shave his back? And he lifted up his shirt and there were patches of hair all over his back where he just obviously couldn't reach. He goes, I have trouble spots. And the whole place
just fell apart.
Because who is this dude who's just showing us patches of hair on his back? And Joey would tell jokes that were just terrible. But when he got mad for people not laughing at his jokes,
that's when it was on.
It is. I would tell you right now, and we all know the funniest people in the world, but 15 minutes of Joe Diaz in the OR at the Comedy Store, there's nobody.
No.
Nobody's 15 minutes. Nobody.
Especially if it's like just him talking.
Especially if it's just him talking, telling one of his ridiculous stories.
No.
Like there's no, I hired him in Seattle, and I was running this club, and he was like, I need a job. And I was like, I was doing this thing on a Tuesday night. Yeah, he and I robbed a safe.
I remember this.
Yeah, and so, but he was working the door. I had a fetish night, and it was Tuesday nights. The DJ, he showed up in a hearse, and he had all his DJ equipment in the back. It was in a coffin, all that shit, right?
Yeah, I love it.
There were these two old dudes dressed like they were in Gone with the Wind. They had the parasols and everything. And they were arguing with each other, screaming at the top of their lungs. And I go to Joe. I go, Joe, you got to toss them out. He goes, what? I go, you got to toss these dudes out. He goes, these two dudes? He was like, all right. He walks up. He goes, hey, use two's queens. We got to go. And they were like, what? And he started walking by. He goes, I'm really sorry, but I got to get you out of here. And he's guiding them by their elbows. They have their parasols, and they're hitting him. Flap.
No.
Flap. And he's just laughing the whole way out. And he walks him out, and he goes, and he walks up to me. He goes, "Did you see those two queens beating me with their umbrellas?" I'm like, "Yeah,
their umbrellas."
Yeah, their umbrellas.
Dude,
I love him.
I know we did San Francisco one time, and we're at Cobb's, and he was like, "What happened to this city? There used to be real fags here." He's like, "There's no more fags here." And we were all like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And like everybody is like waiting, like going, "Can you say?" And they're just dying.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm talking about like Elton John, those kind of got somebody with a necklace with dicks just hanging off of it. You know, where did they go? There's no one left like that here."
He's right.
He just like kept going on that. We were like, "Holy shit!"
One of the reasons I think that people don't get offended is because he's so authentic.
Yeah.
There's
It's also the shell that
Yes.
you're looking at too.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks he's
It's like Rickles.
Yes.
Rickles could just get away with it, you know?
I do like that type of like when I think you ever go back and watch any Rickles?
I've seen I go YouTube clips and everything. Yeah.
I am just that style of joke writing. I wish I had.
Look at that face too.
Oh, come on.
So what a great face.
Thank you for watching that highlight here from YMH Studios. That was a highlight or a clip, whichever word you prefer. You watched it, and there are so many more little bite-sized episode things. They're just click them. Maybe it's someone screaming or bleeding. Maybe it's just laughing at someone, making fun of them.